We have a lot of research and data that has been gathered over the past 50 years on what makes relationships really strong and lasting and what will predict the end of a relationship. And there are about 30 different factors that we actually measure for in the assessment stage of a relationship. And of course, if you haven't studied this, if no one has told you all the different things that we need to make or break a relationship, you're not going to know. You're not going to even know the things that you're doing that are really right necessarily, and you might be overlooking the things that are getting in the way. Sex is such a deeply personal, vulnerable experience. And it's a topic that most of us are not taught how to talk about. You know, when we often think about growing up, for most of us, sex really wasn't discussed in our household. We might have overheard awkward conversations. We might have got a tiny little bit of sex education, but we're not taught how to talk about it openly. We're often not even taught the anatomically and physically correct words to use. So when we're not taught that as children and young adults, we are going to struggle with that later in life. And that's, you know, consequently what we see in a lot of couples. And a lot of people will find it easier to actually have sex than to talk about it with their partner. Our desire being like a car, so like sex drive, if you will.
Yeah.
To get a car moving, we need to add in accelerators, but we also need to remove brakes. So sexual desire is really similar. We can't just focus on adding in accelerators, things like sex toys or lingerie or date nights, or, you know, trying to just do it. For most people, a way to increase desire will actually be to remove the brakes that are getting in the way, to look at what those are before they start looking at adding in accelerators. The quality of our relationships impacts almost every measurable area of our health and well-being. And so by improving the quality of our relationships, by learning about our skills, ourselves, by getting tools and skills and practicing doing that better, often with support if we need to, we can improve our health and well-being and longevity. But if we have children, those benefits then also get passed on to them.